In the last video, we have seen the definition of Fourier series of the period 2 pi and of the arbitrary period 2l. Now let us see some problems based on the Fourier series expansion. The first problem is, obtain the Fourier series for the function f of x equals x square in the interval minus pi less than or equal to x less than or equal to pi, and hence deduce that 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 2 square plus 1 by 3 square plus etc. equals pi squared by 6, and the second deduction is 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square plus 1 by 3 square etc. equals pi square by 12, and the third deduction is 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 3 square plus 1 by 5 square plus etc. equals pi square by 8. Here first we should observe the given interval. The given interval is between minus pi to pi. Then we should choose the corresponding Fourier series formula. If the interval is between minus pi to pi, we should choose the corresponding Fourier series of the period 2 pi, that is given by f of x equals a naught by 2 plus summation n equals to 1 to infinity a n cos nx plus summation n equals to 1 to infinity b n sin nx. Call it as equation number 1. The next step is you should verify the nature of the given function, that is whether the given function is even or odd. So the given function is f of x equals to x square. So how do we verify the nature of the given function? Since the interval is between minus pi to pi, here we should replace x by minus x in the given function. So if we replace x by minus x, f of minus x is equal to minus x the whole square, which is equal to plus x square. So f of minus x is equals to x square is nothing but the given function f of x. So from this what can we conclude? Look here in the table, in the interval minus pi to pi, if f of minus x is equal to plus f of x, then we can say that the function is even. Therefore, we can conclude that the function f of x is an even function. And if the function is even, I told you that we can directly write bn to be equal to 0. Just we need to calculate a naught and an. So a naught is given by the expression, a naught is given by 2 by pi integral between 0 to pi f of x into dx. So 2 by pi integral between 0 to pi, what is our f of x given in the function? F of x is given as x square. Let me substitute it, x square into dx. So 2 by pi, keep it as it is. Integration of x square is x cube divided by 3 between the limits 0 to pi. Then when I substitute the limits, it is 2 by pi into upper limit is pi cube by 3 minus lower limit is 0. Here one of the pi term gets cancelled. So what is our a naught value? A naught is 2 pi squared by 3. Since we want a naught by 2 according to our definition, so divide by 2 on both the sides. I will get a naught by 2 as pi squared by 3. This is how you should calculate a naught. Then what is the expression to find out an? An is given by 2 by pi integral between 0 to pi f of x into cos nx dx. So 2 by pi integral between 0 to pi, our function f of x is x square into cos nx dx. Here we have product of two functions. I told you in the introduction part, whenever we have product of two functions, we should apply Bernoulli's rule of integration. That is, whenever we have product of u into v, this is the Bernoulli's rule of integration, u into integration of second function minus differentiation of first function into double integration of v plus etc. This rule is known as Bernoulli's rule of integration. Let me apply that rule. So for that we can do it in two methods. One is directly we can apply Bernoulli's rule, or here we will take the first function as u and the second function as v. Using the rule, I-late rule, we will decide which is the first function and which is the second function. This is an algebraic function, this is a trigonometric function. So, algebraic function will come first, then the trigonometric function. So, here x square is taken as the first function and cos nx is taken as the second function. So, u is x square and v is cos nx. To apply the Bernoulli's rule, this method is very easy. Keep on differentiating u, that is first differentiation, x square is, differentiation of x square is 2x, and second differentiation is, differentiation of 2x is 2. Then third differentiation is, differentiation of a constant is 0. Till we get 0, we should keep on differentiating u. Here we have done 3 steps. The same number of steps should be repeated in case of v, but with integral sign. So, integration of v, integration of cos nx is sin nx divided by n. Then double integration of v, we know that integration of sin nx is minus cos nx divided by n square, and triple integration of v is minus sin nx divided by n cube. Now, we will cross multiply the terms like this with alternative plus and minus sign. This is how you can apply Bernoulli's rule very easily. So, here I will substitute it 2 by pi. For this integral part, I had applied Bernoulli's rule like this. So, I will multiply the terms x square into sin nx divided by n minus 2x into minus cos nx divided by n square, minus cos nx divided by n square, then plus 2 into minus sin nx divided by n cube. This is between the limit 0 to pi. Now, we should substitute the limits. When we substitute the limit here for the first term, we know that sin n pi value is 0 because upper limit is pi. Sin n pi is 0 and lower limit sin 0 is also 0. So, I will make this term to be equal to 0. Then again here for sin term, upper limit and lower limits are 0 because sin n pi and sin 0 both are equal to 0. Now, we should substitute the limits only for cos term. So, my an value will be an equals 2 by pi into minus is plus 2x into cos nx divided by n square. This is between the limit 0 to pi. Now, let us substitute the limits. Here 2 2s are 4 divided by pi n square, I will keep it as it is. Upper limit is pi cos n pi minus lower limit is 0 into cos 0, 0 into any term is 0, and this pi and pi gets cancelled. My an value is 4 by n square into, we know that cos n pi is minus 1 to the power n. This is the value of an, 4 by n square into minus 1 to the power n. Now, after getting a0 and an, we should substitute back in equation 1. Therefore, our Fourier series expansion f of x equals a0 by 2 is pi squared by 3 plus summation n equals to 1 to infinity, an is 4 by n square into minus 1 to the power n into cos nx. This is the required Fourier series expansion. This is the required Fourier series expansion. Let us call it as equation 2. To get the deduction part, we will make use of the same obtained Fourier series expansion. So, again I will rewrite it. So, f of x equals pi square by 3 plus summation n equals to 1 to infinity 4 by n square into minus 1 to the power n into cos nx. From this obtained Fourier series expansion, we should deduce the results. So, to deduce the result, whenever we have a cos term in the obtained Fourier series expansion, usually we will substitute x value as 0 or pi or 2 pi, and this value should lie in the given interval. It should lie in the given interval minus pi to pi. Does it lie in the given interval minus pi to pi? Obviously. 0 lies between minus pi to pi. So we can choose x is equals to 0. And we know that f of x is, the given function f of x is x square equals pi square by 3 plus summation n equals to 1 to infinity 4 by n square into minus 1 to the power n into cos nx. So wherever x is there, I will substitute it as 0. 0 equals pi square by 3 plus summation n equals to 1 to infinity 4 by n square into minus 1 to the power n into cos 0 value is 1. Now I will shift this pi square by 3 to this side. It will be minus pi square by 3 equals 4 into, I will expand the summation. When n is equal to 1, I will get minus 1 by 1 square. When n is equal to 2, minus 1 the whole square means plus 1 by 2 square, minus 1 by 3 square, etc. And I can take out minus sign as common, and I can write it as minus pi squared by 3 equals minus 4 into 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square plus 1 by 3 square, etc. So cancel this to minus sign, and cross multiplication of this gives pi square by 12 equals 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square plus 1 by 3 square, etc. Let me call this as equation number 3. I got the first deduction part. Now to get the second deduction part, as I said, whenever we have cos term in the Fourier series, in the obtained Fourier series expansion, I can substitute x as 0 or pi or 2 pi. Now I will substitute x as pi. Put x equals to pi in equation 2. So here x square is there, so I will substitute it as pi square equals pi square by 3, this one, plus summation n equals to 1 to infinity 4 by n square into minus 1 to the power n into cos n pi. In place of x I have substituted n pi. Then I will shift this term to this side. It will be pi square minus pi square by 3 equals, let me expand this summation, and we know that cos n pi value is minus 1 to the power n, 4 by n square into minus 1 to the power n into minus 1 to the power n. Pi square minus pi square by 3 is 2 pi square by 3 equals 4 into, when I expand the summation, when n is equal to 1, I will get 1 by 1 square. When n is 2, 1 by 2 square plus etc. Now 2 1s are 2 2s are 4, pi squared by 3 2s are 6 equals 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 2 square plus etc. This is our second deduction. Let me call it as equation 4. Now to obtain the third deduction, I will add equation 3 and equation 4. Adding equation 3 and equation 4, we can obtain the third deduction, that is pi square by 12 plus pi squared by 6 equals, if I add equation 3 and equation 4, here 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 1 square is 2 times 1 by 1 square. Then minus 1 by 2 square plus 1 by 2 square gets cancelled, it is 0. Then plus similarly 2 into 1 by 3 square, etc. If I simplify this term, LHS term, pi squared by 12 plus pi squared by 6, I will get it as 3 pi square by 12 equals, 2 is a common term, 2 into 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 3 square plus etc. Now 3 1s are 3 4s are 12. After cross multiplication, pi squared by 8, pi squared by 8 equals 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 3 square plus etc. This is the required third deduction. This completes the problem.